Hi guys, Pete here for the punterspage.com preview of Leicester City versus Chelsea in the FA Cup quarter-finals. Both of these teams come into this game with the FA Cup offering them the only chance of silverware this season. Chelsea crashed out of the Champions League in midweek to Barcelona, and Antonio Conte will need to pick his side up for this difficult-looking trip to the King Power Stadium. While Leicester, they've had a week off, they'll be fresh, and they've been in Spain on a warm weather training camp ahead of this Chelsea meeting, so they'll be looking to come out flying out of the blocks and get after Chelsea, who might have a bit of fatigue after that difficult trip to Barcelona in midweek. Chelsea reached the final last year before losing to Arsenal, so they'll be looking to go one better this season and pick up the FA Cup and end a disappointing season on a high and maybe save Antonio Conte's job in the process as well. While Leicester, they last made the semi-finals of the FA Cup way back in 1982, a club who would love to take this current Leicester side to Wembley and hopefully build on what he did at Southampton last year when he took them to the EFL Cup final in his first season in English football. So it's a big tie for both games and a lot at stake for both clubs as well. And I'm expecting a tight encounter at the King Power Stadium. In the two Premier League meetings this season, Chelsea ran out 2-1 winners in September at the King Power Stadium, while in the most recent meeting at Stamford Bridge, it ended a goalless draw. So in the head-to-head record, Chelsea have the better of it. They've never lost to Leicester in the FA Cup and just one defeat in the Premier League in the last 4 seasons to the Foxes. So Chelsea will be confident of going to the King Power and booking their place in the semi-finals. Looking at outright prices on this game, Leicester are available at 13-5. The draw is 45-17, while Chelsea are the favourites at 6-5. I think this is going to be a tough game for Chelsea, and the 6-5 wouldn't really appeal to me in this one. I think Leicester will be fresh, while Chelsea will, I think, make a few changes to the team after that Barcelona defeat, and a real big opportunity here for Leicester to spring an upset and book their place in semi-finals. So if you're looking at the outrights, Leicester is a big price at 13-5. I think both teams to score is 10-13 with 188 bet, and I think that's a pretty solid bet. I would expect both teams to score in this one, with Leicester scoring in their last 10 games since that goalless draw at Stamford Bridge in January. But I'm looking at value here, and I think the best way to make some value here, my best bet for this game is anytime goal scorer market. Jamie Vardy is 2-1 with Unibet. He's been in great form of late. He's got 6 goals in his last 8 games and 9 in his last 15 games against the big 6 clubs, and he just loves playing the big 6, and I'm sure he'll be saving his best for Chelsea this weekend as well. Also, Willian, he's been Chelsea's most impressive performer in recent weeks. Been a real goal threat for the Blues as well. And I like the look of him at 16-5 to score anytime with Betfair, and that is going to be my best bet for this game. Willian to score anytime, 16-5 with Betfair. Good luck, everybody.